We're back. Fifth episode, bro.
Episode
Number 5. And it's a special one. It's a special one because you got a really special guest next to you, bro.
Very special guest. Let me say, first off, this is a man, a grown man. This is a husband. This is a father. This is discouraged to the trolls that wear the Power Rangers costumes, all right? It's your plug's plug, is what I'm telling you. This is your plug's plug. My partner, my player partner. We got Retro Rick in the building.
My boy, Q, what's poppin'?
On location at the Retro Rick and Managed Kicks.
TJ, what's good, family?
What is up, bro? I'm seeing some work in the background, bro. All I'm gonna say is looking good so far. I can't wait for the finished product.
Man, I appreciate you, man. We're working.
I see all those sneakers in the back as well, bro.
That's the word.
You got some, I see you got something going on too now.
Oh well, bro. We're always busy, bro. We're always busy. We're always doing our thing. But it's always showcasing amazing people like yourself, bro. It is great to have you on. You're the second guest on. First guest obviously was Cam. Second guest, it has to be Retro. The plug of the plug of the plug of the plug. That's it. The king of plugs. That's just to say that. Leave it at that.
I appreciate y'all, man, for having me on y'all platform. I really do.
Listen, this the king of the early pairs, bro. Like since I met Retro Rick a couple years ago, like I done had the privilege of seeing so much stuff, so much heat, so much like mystery shoes, bro. I seen the Twix Jordan 1 with this man. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Chicago All-Star Weekend.
It's the type of stuff that that I witnessed from being around this man that continues to amaze me. Even though I've known him for so long and I know what he's capable of, he still seems to top himself. And now we're sitting in the store, bro. It's like, come on, man.
Special location, bro. Special location. So
I got some sweat equity in here too now. Don't get it twisted. Like I said, when I say he's my partner, this ain't just no tag along. You got to put it in work too. You know what I mean? So yeah, 100%.
And when like you always say when we do this podcast, your adverts on Instagram are silky smooth, bro. I love that explosive intro that you always do, and you always call me your partner because it's more than just sitting here and just calling each other partners because we actually put all in the hard work to get stuff sorted. Yeah. And like, no, who on a Sunday wants to be sitting around in front of a screen recording a podcast?
Hey man, it's for the culture.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Exactly. And we wouldn't do it if we didn't love it. And bro, every time I met you Retro through Q, and he was talking about you way like a little while before. Because I think he picked up a shoe from you as well, early pair from you as well. So he knows you well. He vouches for you. Q vouches for you. And now we're like, yo, let's bash out with Retro on the Shootout podcast. But basically, like, it's good to have you here. It's massively good to have you here, especially on the 5th episode, bro. It's like amazing. And what have you got on feet, bro? What have you got on feet?
You
came in, and you set the whole place on fire.
Well, man, R.I.P. Virgil, man. I got on the off-white 5s. Well, look, I'm gonna plug you too as well, though, man. I got them my better Q. I got them dry stuffers on too, man. Protect your investment. But no, for real, man. I got on the 5 since I realized this was the 5th episode. I said, why not? Let's put on these off-white 5s, man.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. So let's start from the very beginning. Not the way Cam started when you was born. What?
I ain't doing that anyway.
So what was your first ever interest in like getting into sneakers? Like what actually set you in? Like what was the first moment you can remember and you was like, yo, I love sneakers?
When they picked on me at school, when let me see, Chicago. I ain't gonna go all the way back, but in Chicago, like my mom, I got 3 brothers and a sister, so it's 4 of us. So growing up, we couldn't have the shoes we were supposed to have. So people used to make fun of me with the hand-me-downs and the offering. We had Payless. So I got picked on at school. People just joning. We call it joning, cracking, snapping on people back in the day. Just fun. Somebody said something about my shoes, and I ain't like it. And ever since, man, this has been like, no. It's rough out there, these days, especially growing up, man. People make fun of people in school. So that was just kind of motivated me to say, okay, I'm going to work harder. When I mean by work, I was actually just hustling to be able to afford my shoes because I didn't want to ask my mom or my dad, what I'm saying, for the money. So.
You know what's really, really interesting, right? A lot. I think between the 3 of us, well, I can definitely say all 3 of us have come from that background where we like. I don't know if you know my background, but I was born in East Africa and I moved here when I was 4 years old. So you will see me rocking straight out of Africa top because my girlfriend gets that for me because I'm actually born in Africa, bro. I moved here when I was 4 years old from East Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. But that's where he's from as well. So this is why we relate better. we always vibe. We always vibe. So when I moved here, my dad's we had a big engineering firm in East Africa, and some things happen. Things happen between families. And my dad moved here with only £25 in his pocket. They're trying to live off the system back in 86, 87. So, bro, when you think about it, like we all been through that situation where we couldn't afford, or families couldn't afford sneakers, and it's really ironic that most of the sneakerheads nowadays are like, yo, I couldn't afford it back in the day. Now I'm gonna go pick them up because I've got that extra mullah. See what I'm saying? It's really interesting how it's interneted together, like how we are, how you're talking about how people used to pick on you because you couldn't afford it back in the day. Like, same with me, same with Q. It's like, yo, we couldn't afford it back in the day, so let's go and pick them up now. Let's go back, and this is why we go back and pick up all the old sneakers from back in the day.
And see, also that's where, as a collector, that's where that nostalgia comes in. It's when I see a shoe, like, and some people, I know Rick feel the same way because we've discussed certain silhouettes, certain colorways, certain pairs in the past that if they drop today, the newer sneakerheads or the younger people, they don't understand the nostalgia behind a Griffey Max 1. You know what I'm saying? They don't. That's why I love Bo Jackson's, because I remember Bo Jackson's shoes from middle school.
Even as a player, though, you just remember Bo Jackson as an athlete. These kids ain't gonna relate to Bo Jackson. They don't know who Bo Jackson is. You can Google him these days, but just watching them growing up the way we had to watch them, we didn't have the internet and everything went quick. So you actually followed the player. Right. You felt involved. You wanted the whole process, product, the shoe, the jersey, everything. So
everything.
And this is probably the reason.
The cartoon. Did y'all have was it All Stars with Michael Jordan, Joe Mack?
Yeah. We saw hints of it. We saw hints of it about years later. But this is why I feel like nowadays people kind of don't have that same relationship with Michael Jordan, and they lean on LeBron and they lean on other athletes out there because they're like that's more relatable to the new sneakerheads. This is why they're like, yo, I can't. This is why they throw shade on Michael Jordan, because of the fact that they see LeBron doing great things and beating records, but not living up to the expectation that he should have at this moment in time. But this is why you find that this is why we got this argument with the fact that everybody doesn't. Well, most new sneakerheads always look to the new athletes rather than going back and say, "Yo, Michael Jordan was the best and greatest of all time." And unfortunately, like that's always going to happen with this next generation, with next athletes coming, and they're going to start forgetting about LeBron. They're going to think about the next big thing. So it's always going to be the argument. And like, bro, even in American football, even in any sport, like all the old athletes that have done it, have set records, have been the greatest, will always be overshadowed by the new athletes because everybody wants to see those records being beaten. But nobody's beating those 6 rings yet at the moment, so you know.
No, I mean you got somebody beat 6 rings. Is just Robert Horry if you're gonna be petty about it. You got Mr. Big Shot.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, and
it's just you not hearing about it because it's Jordan.
Exactly.
Jordan.
Exactly. We go in there. We can go back to Bill Russell. Ain't nobody got 11 rings but him. So it's gonna always be. We can nitpick that type of stuff all the time. And see, that's when it comes to sports. We nitpick stuff.
Yeah.
And it comes back to sneakers as well.
Yeah.
We nitpick certain this and that. Like an old school person, we love a OG. You know, a lot of us would choose the Chicago OG over the Chicago Off-White. But that new sneakerhead is going to be like, oh, nah, Virgil. Whereas we looking at Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
But let's I think with the only thing with especially with the massive thing that's special with Jordan is the fact that he transcended just basketball. And that's what's made him so iconic. If you didn't have that influence or didn't transcend through history, through culture, through sneakers, and transcended past basketball, I don't think we would be talking about Michael Jordan the same way as we are. Because I don't think LeBron hasn't done it in the way Michael Jordan can do it. Because like even though I love his sneakers, even though they become relevant now. Like the 8.7s, 8s and 9s, the 3s. I'm appreciating them more now that he's actually retroing them.
Man, no disrespect to LeBron, but man, I'm from Chicago, bro. It's nothing like Mike. Let's just be honest, man. I mean, you got to just think about how he just literally changed the history, the culture, just everything we do, the way we dress, the way we walk, the way we mimic them, people on the court. He impacts a lot of stuff just all the way around now. LeBron, he good. He ain't got into no scandals or nothing like that. And I think what you were saying about LeBron, people don't like him because he's maybe, I'm not gonna say a people person, but he's not gonna do what everyone expects him to do or like live him up to the hype of being great. It's like LeBron is just being him. You know what I'm saying? So he's a father. You know what I'm saying? He's a husband. He does good in the community.
He's amazing. He's an amazing
good role model. So
very good role model. But isn't it good when there's slightly something unsqueaky clean about an athlete, you just want to kind of grip onto the and say, yo, like gambling issue. Come on, let's talk about that. This is why it builds character. This is why it's like, it's controversy builds a certain character. You kind of hate to love it kind of thing. You like, okay, cool. That's not good, but I can respect that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So speaking to the impact on Jordan, when you was young in Chicago, like, cause I'm from Atlanta. You know, you've been here a long time. Mm-hmm. TJ from the UK. What was that atmosphere like in the height of his prowess in his prime, him being so successful with the shoe dropping in the streets, loving it? How was that back then compared to, in your opinion, what it is now?
It was crazy. It's crazier now because how they making stuff get limited, but we can get into it later. But just the whole process of, especially when they was winning championships.
Right.
So it was a different. You wanted the Jordan 6 when he won in '91.
Yeah. So
you wanted the shoes that y'all wearing now or y'all looking up to. Is like, I remember him playing on the court and just like actually wearing them on TV every day.
What's your favorite?
Like it wasn't nothing.
What's your favorite Jordan silhouette?
The 6. It's gonna be the Jordan 6 hands down because that's the first time he won a championship, and that's the shoe. Going back to what I was telling y'all earlier, when I can afford to get myself was the Jordan 6. And it was like $90, $100. It wasn't. Let's say 89, maybe 125 tops, and we thought that was a lot then.
Yeah,
I had to shell a lot of snow. And do some work.
Imagine 91 to 2022, right? You're adding up $100 onto that, bro.
It's crazy.
Inflation, bro.
The crazy thing is when actually Jordan, when they beat the Lakers in '91, I was actually here in Atlanta. And when I went back, when I went back, I think that 91, that winter, that's when I shoveled snow and hustled and did a little stuff, pushed grocery carts to get my money up to be able to get my shoes to come back to Atlanta with. So, I mean, actually, the crazy thing is I was in Chicago the whole time when they had Scottie Pippen era, B.J. Armstrong. I remember all that. It's just that year when they won in 91 when we beat L.A. In LA, if I'm not mistaken, that's when he did that move. Boy came through there like that. It was over with, and then they went back to back to back. But like I said, but just growing up, going back to what you were saying, just growing up, you actually seen Jordan playing in the shoes. So I remember the 6s. The 7s was not one of my favorite silhouettes, but he did with ships in them. If he didn't win the ship in them, he at least wore them that season. Right. So you know what I'm saying? So you seen it. Even he retired, you had the 8s, of course. Yeah. That was maybe one of my least favorite shoes. The 9s are. The 9 is my least favorite shoe. Wow. Yeah. Just because it's just because he, I guess how he did us. Baseball. Yeah, he like I'm gonna say he let the city down, but you know that was the death of his father, and he was going through a lot, and you know so far with me it was just like, yo, he retiring? What? And they put the statue up? With the 9s on, might I add. So the 9s on the statue. They got the 9s on the Jordan statue down there. I'm not the biggest. Yo,
Rick, go back and chisel it to a 1.
That's crazy, man. But no, he got the 9s. They thought he was going to retire, so they put the statue. Originally, the statue was outside. Yeah. And when they did construction, now the statue was inside. So that famous statue, everybody's saying what Jordan doing is, he got the 9s on. And see that Space Jam 9, bro. For me, watch the 9 start selling. Nike, if the 9 start selling, you old retro Rick, man. Stop playing with me, man. They thinking about it now. Watch what I say. Well, I'm telling y'all, think about it, man. That Space Jam 9, bro, because he played it now. Mm-hmm. And although we see that it's the 9 and the 10 we saw him wearing in the movie along with the 11, like that whole time is foggy as far as his impact on the sneaker culture. But apologies. Then when the 11 hit and he came back and he gave us arguably the best Jordan to release, the best signature Jordan. Everybody loved the 11. It's the ceremony with the end of the year, the comeback. Only once a year we get proper 11s with patent leather, like stuff like that. You can't really argue his place. Not only that, he did a video with Michael Jackson with him on, didn't he? Well, did he wear the 6s or did he have a space? I can't remember what shoe exactly he had on in that video. They did that Jam video. Yeah, remember that going that Jam? Yeah. So that was iconic, regardless. Yeah, that was, I will venture to say, as big as Michael Jackson was, that was a big look for Michael Jackson. Yeah, to have Michael Jordan. Facts, them facts. You know, them facts. Growing up, if you think about that, them the two biggest people in the world. At that time, and Michael Jordan still here, then Mike gone, but still, he's relevant. Yeah.
I'm gonna say we're reminiscing on sneakers and everything in terms of like from 6s to 7s to 8s, then to 11s. But like you gotta love to hate it because Nike's campaigning marketing scheme is just ridiculous. Because the reason why we want those sneakers, and you wanted those sneakers back in the day, is because everybody wanted to be like Mike, bro. Mm-hmm. That came. How you can't get a better campaign than that, bro. Literally. Be like Mike. I remember the commercial. Be like Mike. Man, oh my goodness, bro. Spike Lee. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. It's literally like I can't think of that theme song right now, but when you heard it, it was just like if I can be like Mike, be like Mike. If I. Yeah, you like really? Gatorade. Like, yeah, that was Gatorade, but she said a little saying before then, or like the lady was singing a song. She was like, "I know he's me." Yeah, I can't think of the song right now, but like it was inspiration. It was like, Joe, can you imagine? Can you imagine over the years? Let's go over here, build a pot. Let's build a pot, right? Let's build a pot. This is my cooking pot, right?
Okay.
And then like I'm gonna pull my sleeves up, right? I'm gonna pull my sleeves up. I'm gonna say, look, all right, I'm now gonna chuck in the NBA saying Michael Jordan sneakers are banned. Bang. I'm gonna chuck it in there. Right. Now I'm gonna chuck in Spike Lee. Bang. I'm gonna chuck in the ones. Now I'm gonna chuck in Tinkers. Now I'm gonna chuck in the championships. Now I'm gonna keep mixing it. Like exactly. Now I'm gonna give that Gatorade to everybody else.
You put the Gatorade on top. Gatorade was the top.
And the last thing is you add a little spice on top, the salt bay, right? That salt you put on top and says everybody wants to be like you, Mike.
Did you mention the Wheaties box?
Wheaties.
Did you mention the Wheaties?
The Hanes commercial.
Bro, you couldn't even eat cereal without seeing this man. Like, he was everywhere.
Michael Jordan did more for Hanes t-shirts than anybody in the world could have done for that.
Advertising. You're right.
Bro.
You're right, bro.
A t-shirt, a plain white tee. Is Michael Jordan responsible for the white tee phenomenon?
Before white tee was.
Before white tee is Michael Jordan, right?
Michael Jordan out here thinking.
Look like a hammer.
Yeah. Can't touch it, man. You can't touch it.
And this is why.
As y'all can see, this man's phone did not start ringing. This was not prepared. Listen,
not scripted. Hold on, let me
this
put
not
it on
scripted. This ain't people calling this man telephone. They might be asking for something, or they might be trying to give him something.
I just cut it off. My apologies. Let's get it. Let's get it, man.
We said we're not gonna talk blood talk. Let me say this right here. Let me go on my little rant. Right here, okay? So my very first camp out.
Oh yeah, we do those. We used to. They didn't slow them down, but yeah.
My very first camp out.
Put in that work
in my life for a sneaker, for anything, was with Retro Rick. My first time ever meeting him in person. And when I tell you the wealth of knowledge of how releases work I gained from that experience, I will carry with me for however long I'm buying shoes, because there was groups, there was camaraderie amongst groups, there was some elbow bumping.
Always that.
From different groups. There was kumbaya, and then it was war. It wasn't
all in one pot, like you be saying today. All in one pot.
All that. It wasn't war, physical war, but it was psychological warfare going on in that sneaker line. Because when you're thinking about release, especially local, because we was at a City Gear location. I ain't gonna call it out, but I mean, from the camp out, overnight, interacting with the DeKalb County Police pulled up, and he already knew what it was when he got there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He see all these people, he looking at our feet, he's seeing, some people sleeping in cars, some people out talking to each other, whatever. And I gained relationships there, I got experience there, and I also got the Royal Toe Jordan 1 there, because that was the camp out. That was the purpose of the camp out.
What was that Royal Toe one?
That Royal Toe. My brother King Rod, shout out to King Rod, Mr. Beautiful Thing. He was there with us. Right. And it was
TJ putting up.
I'm putting this up on purpose because basically, we're talking about camp outs, but we'll now allude on to what I think Q's kind of actually trying to go.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
So that was an example. That was my first experience, and it was a prime example of what a sneaker camp out situation should have been, because Retro had myself and a few other guys. We were there as a group that we like to call, or Rick has coined, the Retro Gang. So we were there as Retro Gang. There were other groups there were individuals there, but because of the knowledge and the information and the strategy that Rick provided us, when it came to that line situation, I was able to get my pair. Other people were able to get their pair secured, and like I said, that was an introduction to a whole other side of the sneaker game for me, being new.
It was a newbie. He never camped out, man. That's probably about my bro. That's probably about my 100, and I done lost count, man.
On that kind of whole camping out, I think the first ever incident that went international was the Concords in 2011 when somebody actually got stabbed. Was it stabbed and killed over the 2011 pairs? Unfortunately, when situations got worse and worse and worse. So how was that situation in America? How did that? I don't know where it was. I just know there was an incident in America when the Concords released. People started smashing through to the malls. People getting violent. Somebody got stabbed and killed. And that was like an international thing that we heard those waves hit our shores. So
we have a lot of that going on. I mean, me personally, I wasn't in a situation. I can tell you in the situations I've seen personally down here through our malls, just through here in Atlanta, when I'm in Chicago, LA, Vegas, or wherever I do a camp out at, or be in it. It's like 95, and I'm not exaggerating, 95% of the time, it usually do go smooth. You got a 5% person or group that, want to do something or don't even sometimes, okay, put it like this. Point taken. I've been to big mall down here. I ain't gonna say we got a lot of them. We was in the shoe release. There was a shooting in the mall, had nothing to do with the shoe release.
Yeah.
Just because it was shoes involved, guess who think got blamed for it? The people standing in line for the shoe release. So it was another whole scuffle in the food court. Had nothing to do with the shoe release. So this is what I mean. It just depends on who's reporting it, who's putting it out there.
Fake news, bro, fake news. But I'm about to pull this up because 2011. It was this. This is like 8 years later. And this has actually happened in our mall. I'll talk you through the scenario. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share what I shared a minute ago, which was this situation here. So I'm going to share this, and I'm going to go through this, and this is actually what happened in our mall.
This is where y'all at, right?
This is in the UK, bro. Right. So as you can see, and we'll turn the volume up. As you can see, this was taken. About 10 o'clock. The store's about to open. The store's supposed to open. This is Foot Locker, right? The stores, and you can see people trying to bash in, buckle through, and the gates here. Right, this is Foot Locker. We got there at 8 o'clock. It was jam packed, and all of a sudden, about 10 o'clock, there's a mad influx of people into that store. This is in 2019 for the Obsidian ones, right? And this is them trying to get through. Break through, get into the shop, take the sneakers. So I'll give you what actually happened. The manager came out. This is the manager up here somewhere. The manager came out to calm the situation down. Mm-hmm. Everybody mobbed him. As you can see, they're surrounding him, the security guards there, and he ran away from the store, right? Then he came back. Look, like you can see people running around to the side.
He ran. You mean he ran?
Ran away. He ran away. He ran away into the mall. He didn't run back into the shop. He ran away from the shop, right? And then, as you can see now, everybody's crowding in. Everybody's trying to get tickets. He came out with raffles, bro. He came out with raffles to give people raffles. That store didn't open for the whole day. That's the situation. That's how mad the situation was. And this was the pickup. This was the pickup of when shit started to get serious in 2019 in the UK. And from then on, Jordan 1 hype started pretty much then. For us, the Jordan 1 hype started with the Jordan 1 Gym Reds, and then the Obsidian ones. And it was a week later, the Obsidian ones came out, and it was crazy like this, right? So that's the situation there. How do you feel about like all the foot sites trying to do those raffles and competitions instead of kind of trying to just come first serve, because it ain't working. First come first serve. This is what's happening.
Hold on. It'll work if you do the right thing. Man, that's light. I'm not even trying to. What you showing me is light, bro. That's I'm sitting up here looking at it like I'm sad somebody got stabbed, but I done been in way way more crowd situation. They calm. That's nothing. I'm not even trying to be funny. This is not for me.
Bro, for us in the UK, that is something because basically we don't it's more of a like if we see that situation in the UK, they make something of it. Like it is massive. Something like that is massive.
Because got you. But I mean, for me, like, cause I've been man, I've been in a lot of cities where this happens, or a fight might happen, or somebody might put out a gun in line here, a knife.
Yeah.
Witnessed it.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to. For me, bro, you just got to know how to move, man, and that's where the instincts kick in. Like for me, I wouldn't be in no situation like that because I pride on getting there early and then applying pressure. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not even. Come on, man. I'm in front. I'm in front.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'll tell you, bro. I was in front of that queue. I was at the front, and everybody just mobbed the front. There's no order. Literally, there was no security for that release. And I think the Foot Locker employees got kind of a bit overwhelmed with the fact that they didn't know what was happening or what was going to happen. So that situation happened in 2019. Recently, it happened in Camden, where a foot site said where it's going to be a first come first serve release from the pattern bred ones. That happened, and that I would try to go to the shop, and it got mobbed as well, and they shut it down. And then a situation happened. I can't find a video for it. A situation happened up north here where there was physical violence, like literally outside the store. And
go ahead.
God, and people are fighting over GR sneakers, bro. Like, it's a bad for us. It's a bad situation. But just to give you a little notice, I did end up reserving a pair of size 6, and I did get my size, and I did get my size on sneakers out as well in the line in that chaos, bro. So there's bonuses to everything.
Yeah, been there, done that. He said you still touch.
Yeah.
Still touch, bro.
So what's that? I feel like we had a follow up to that. What was the question you wanted to ask?
No, I was asking. So, in your perspective, do you understand why foot sites are doing raffles and competitions? Because we have to in the UK, there's no first come first serve, unless it's a massive GR and it sits. But in terms of us, you have to put through competitions. You have to put through raffles. You have to put through like jump through hoops to get sneakers, because basically that happens every time. Every time it's a first come first serve, that happens.
So it's same here. But they'll do it and control it. You still can get first come first serve here, and they give out wristbands. But it's knowing the information and how to get the wristbands to secure it, because you can get a wristband and come back. You can get a wristband without that chaos. And then it's how you putting out the information. Like, someone tweeted that shit? Someone just like made y'all run through the mall like that?
Yeah,
like, how y'all know?
Bro.
Who put the launch out? Like, that's not safe.
I know
what the hell? Who authorized that shit?
That was before it all went chaos. It went basically before then. You can walk into a shop and pick up a sneaker. So I'm gonna say.
No, but look, you feel me? Like in Atlanta over here, we got like Lenox Mall per se. We got Nike at Lenox, right?
Yeah.
They don't have no Twitter account like that, or put a tweet out. And that's one of the biggest stores here where it will say, "First come, first serve, breads, come and get it." Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, but the foot sites are actually putting out first come first serve, like the Marina ones. We talked about the Marina ones.
You're not putting them out. You're not putting them out first come first serve down here.
Bro,
problem.
They put them out first come first serve here. In one of the foot sites, and they literally dropped a message. So that obviously they're probably all gone now. But what I'm trying to say is, people, for me, I will call up a store and ask them, or go to the store prior to and ask them and say, "Yo, you're gonna get this sneaker," and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're getting it this weekend," and I'll go and pick it up. But that was based on everybody just walking in and getting their sneakers. Now in 2019, when the the Jordan 1 started to get more hyped, a lot of people picked up on the fact that you can resell it. So the fact that the Gym Reds was starting to see an increase in price. Jordan 1s were starting to see an increase in price, and all of a sudden the perfect storm happened when the stores didn't realize the fact that there's going to have 1,000 people trying to rush to the store to pick up a pair of sneakers. And those Obsidian 1s at that time, if you picked up an Obsidian 1 on release date, you can easily flip that for £350, which is translated to like $420. So for them, everybody's like, I want to pick up a sneaker. I don't care. I don't want to wear it. I want to wear it because I've still got it. But I want to pick up a sneaker. I want to flip this because I know somebody else that wants to wear it and I can flip it for like $350. So that situation was a perfect storm in 2019 where everybody realized, we can't be doing first come first serve anymore. Because prior to that, bro, I was walking into that Foot Locker. That Foot Locker specifically, I picked up He Got Games. He Got Games in the States would sell out. I walked into the shop and picked up my size. Nobody's there, bro. Nobody's there.
But I think a lot of this still got to do something with, for a pandemic that, you got to acknowledge too now. So stuff that wasn't usually sitting, is up out of here now. Yeah. I don't care what it is. If it's a Jordan silhouette or another one, Charles Barkley's. We got Charles Barkley's getting ready to drop down here. Typically that shoe will be sitting in every store, catching a dust tan, like my boy Mike would say. I'm talking about seriously, just sitting everywhere. Yeah. You can't even get a Charles Barkley. You cannot get it. You got to do a raffles.
You couldn't get the Griffey.
So for stuff like that, for us, it's like, okay.
Yeah, Griffey one, that Griffey Max 1 up there in the corner right there, the first shoe on the top shelf. That shoe flew. If not for restocks, a lot of people wouldn't have been able to get pairs of that shoe.
No, bro, like, what I'm gonna say is pandemic was a different beast. Like the pandemic for the UK was exactly like sneaker releases in the States. Everything just went, bro. Mm-hmm. Everything disappeared. Because let's just talk about the different shorts. Like in the UK, I can tell you this now. If I go out there, I'll probably have to get some handcrafted ones. I'll probably have to get some Merino ones. I'll probably have to get you saw the other day. I touched in the UK. I touched 4 pairs of those pattern bed ones, bro. Like for other people and for myself. So
other day, like when, like yesterday. I mean, elaborate.
So like
yesterday, 2 days ago.
No. So 2 weeks ago, I had 3 pattern beds on me, bro. Like and I picked them up.
That's still the other day because when did they drop over there?
I picked up mine on the 30th of December.
Okay, same day.
And then like they've been restock, and I'm also hearing the 20th for you guys another restock.
It's not even more so restocks. This is late shipments that we never
late
got.
Shipments, exactly.
So like for me, I don't think some of them like the patents. It ain't gonna be a restock on them particular shoes. Because they're not going to make them mass produced anymore. They want to make them limited. Even the typical GR, especially when it's a Jordan 1 silhouette, a brand colorway, a shoe like that, man, that shoe going to be worth every bit of $500, $600 before everything's over with, probably within the next year. Year and a half.
Easily, because we've got that foresight. Like, me and Q talk about this all the time. Is if you're a reseller, which me and Q are not, and you Rick, you do early access, which is totally different. It's a totally different beast. But if you're a reseller and you're holding on to it for a short term, like sneakers, Jordan 1s ain't got value short term. Jordan 1s have got value long term. You're talking 2-3 years. It is an investment if you into that deal.
The Marina.
Yeah.
The Marina. Over that. So like this early investment, got it for a good number. I know in about a year, I'll probably make 100, 150 off the shoe.
Easily. And you know, the thing is, a lot of people are sleeping on the Marina 1s, and because they like that to me is the reverse Royals. Easily the reverse Royals.
I mean, with any Jordan 1. So for me, so if it's a Jordan 1 silhouette, I'm gonna sit on it. and hold it. So it can be a pollen. It can be the smoke grays. What the ones everyone the shadows, the shadow 2.0, the smoke.
Yeah. The price going up on that.
And they're gonna keep going up because it's not gonna be a restock. You ain't gonna be able to get them no more. Collectors gonna want them.
And that's the difference. And that's the difference with Jordan 1. So like there's different tiers. There's OG tiers and there's the OGs. Then you got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So in terms of OGs and tier 1s, they will always OGs will always re-retro. So we're still waiting for the Chicagos to re-retro, and I'm pretty sure they'll re-retro in the next 2-3 years, right? But when you're talking about like sneakers that aren't gonna ever re-retro again, you're talking about the shatter backboard 1.0s. You're talking about the reverse shatter backboard. You're talking about those Pollens. You're talking about those Marina ones. Those Marina ones will never come out again. Like, and the thing is, like a coin base, like basically when you have a certain amount of coins and you start to use them all, and all of a sudden you've got this much left, the value then is different to the value here. Do you know what I'm saying? So like in terms of that, those Pollens, they sat. I had like 8 of those in my hand for other people, and the thing is, it didn't mean it. I had 3 for you, Rick, but it didn't work out because we know getting them to you would have cost customs and stuff like that. It financially didn't work out, so I kept them and I gave them to other people.
But but hold up, real quick. Now thinking hindsight, I should have got them. I should have just paid for shipping, man. For real, man.
But what I'm saying is those Pollens, right? In retrospect, forget the now price. Forget the now price because they literally went for under retail, like in some places. Look at the price this summer and next summer, and then you'll be like, oh shit. And as soon as those yellow toes come out, those yellow toe ones come out, the price on those Pollens is just going to increase.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to afford those, and that's going to be the secondary for you is the Pollens.
Yeah.
And they be calling them pole man Pollens.
And you had Pollens. I showed on my IG, courtesy of Retro Rick, the Pollens 3 months early.
Yeah.
The Pollens and the Lightning 4s, which is another shoe. I see you got Lightning 4s in your background right there. That was another shoe going into the early access portion of your career. I've seen so much shit. And I'm gonna say this straight up, bro. I done seen so much shit months before an official release date is even given to the general public. Fucking with this man right here. Like the sea foams, the Pollens, the Lightnings, hell, the breads, the patent breads, cool grays, like everything from last year pretty much outside of a collab, and even some of the collabs. We talking about Nike SBs, everything this man get his hands on, and the shit be early, bro, and it amazes me, and it helps me understand also how he's been able to build a type of audience and curate his brand the way he has, because I know there's other people out there that might get stuff early, but I'm not seeing it, bro, because it come with rumors, it come with accusations and all that. And this man stuff, like you've done it, the electro orange. I showed you the electro orange ones, maybe a month before they came out. And ain't nobody an expert, all right? Expertise come with time and experience. And when we go through a shoe, especially a Jordan 1.
Yeah, people get slip face now.
You go through a shoe and you like, wait a minute. This the real deal right here. Ain't no sauce on this. Ain't no cap on this. It continues to amaze me every time, bro. I know it's coming, but when I see it, it always trips me out. Even down to the cool Kais, he get early.
Let's be real. Didn't everybody sleep on these electro oranges? Look at the bloody price.
Man. Yeah, I mean.
So what's that in your conversion?
That 215 will probably be about about 300, bro, for you guys.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But then when you throw in the tax and the customs fees,
you got to pay shipping, handling, and everything the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So about 330, 340.
Yeah, it'll still be about 300 because we have to pay extra. Sometimes we've got to pay extra taxes because of the fact that we're getting it from the States. Some of them come from the States. But yeah, that's I just wanted to pull that out because, bro, a lot of people slept on that, and now I've got three in my workshop at the moment, which I'm trying to convert to Shoutback Ball 1.0s. See what I'm saying? So I'll share this. I'll just share this. I'll share the screen with you. But in retrospect, like. It's amazing that people haven't really got the hindsight to actually work out what's going on. What the fact that you're picking up sneakers. You need to know, bro. We've been here like Retro. You've been here for years doing the stuff and building your brand, and you know when stuff is happening. You know what the situation is when the sneaker release happens. And you know how to maneuver because you've got that expertise. You know how the market works. Bro, you know the fact that if you pick up a sneaker, you know when to hold it, when to switch it, when to kind of get rid of it. So in retrospect, like people are still learning that. And like this is why even with the price increase we got to up and coming with those sneakers, because I know like 15.
It already happened.
It's already happened for you guys.
200, 205 now.
It was used to be 190. It used to be 190. 190. So now you that $15 is translated to £10 on us. So we're not paying 170. We're paying 180. Now, bro, talk about those racer blue fires because we had a little discussion before.
Well, price going up.
I know price is going up, but is it justified?
It's a good one because either want it or you don't, and they know it and you know it. Yeah. So you still gonna buy it.
Yeah. I want it.
So you hear him over here, he want it. And this may be sounding crazy. I don't think $10 or $20 is gonna hurt anything. No. Now they would jumped up a whole $100 or something like that. It'd be different, but at the same time, they know the value of these shoes, man. Well, I mean, Nike, the people that's making them, the factories, they know you can resell it, you can keep it, hold it, just put it on StockX later on. So speaking of that, they see StockX making money. So it's like, okay, if StockX making these money in fees off the shoe, like you were saying, you got to pay so much with the fee, the shipping, and the processing. Let's go ahead and charge them another $10 now.
Yeah. But okay, cool. There's an upside and a downside. So Nike's upside is the fact that they actually get extra money for it, right? Which is what they want. They want to tap into some of that resale market. But unfortunately, that £10 could deter a lot of people. Well, that £10 or $15 could still deter a lot of people because, like, if people
honestly, real quick, the sales gonna go up.
Hey,
it sounds crazy. I think it'll go up. The sales will sell more because of price demand. People want premium. So even though they're gonna put out the same BS, if they change the package, maybe if they decide to change the package, which I doubt, or add special paper or another gimmick, because now they're gonna do an off-white shoe. Imagine what these gonna go up to. If the GRs are going up to 205, next time we get a Virgil shoe or any other type of collab with some name and steam around and Travis Scott, what you think that shoe is gonna cost? Because them shoes are already going up and you're not saying nothing, but you're paying it.
Yeah. You're
Travis Scott. I'm at Travis Scott right
here. Yeah, you're looking at
this one was $150 retail. Okay, I understand they got the laces. All shoes come with laces. Why did it go up? It was a Travis Scott collab. Nobody had no problem paying this at all.
I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. 100% get what you're saying.
It does not matter. You're going to pay if they switch the pack. So what they already doing is preparing you for something like this to go more crazy on them. Because now they take this to 175 or 200. I bet you still pay for it.
Yeah.
You're not going to worry about that $5 or $10 more on this shoe at all.
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, for me, it's easy for me to get a Jordan 1 because it's always going to be cheaper than any other Jordan Retro. For some reason, I'm happy to pay that one.
But we just talking about Jordans though, because like everyone don't wear Jordans.
Yeah.
We just talk. I see you got all them Jordans, but man, a lot of people don't wear Jordans, man. You got people wear Air Max, other shoes. Them shoes gonna stay the same. You just talking about Jordans and Nikes. Air Max is still the same. Now, what I didn't like, you gonna talk about that? Air Force Ones went up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They went up, but they went up $10, didn't they?
Yeah, no problem.
The Air Max 90 did go up. Also.
No problem. You're gonna pay for it. You're gonna buy multiple pairs of Air Force Ones. I promise you.
You know what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? It's when you look at the whole Nike Nike and Jordan all together, right? And you're saying, you know what? I don't mind paying $110 or $115 or even $120 on the Air Force One. Mm-hmm. So when you start peaking the top sneakers out there, which is like well, for you guys is 190 before, now it's 205, now it's going to get to 220, possibly in the next 5, 10, 15 years it'll go up to 215 or 220. But that's the high end sneakers, because everything else is just that's fine because
not really. Because so some of them shoes behind you got 220 and 225 box price, and we paid for it because Jordan name or it went up or something he did. They didn't do anything special to these shoes they coming out, and we already spending $225 for certain shoes. Was it Thunders?
Yeah, the Thunder
Crimson.
The Crimsons, and then you got the Lightning Force. There was two West.
Yeah.
220.
The light.
Cool Grays.
220.
We've been doing it because there's a name, there's a story behind it. They've been preparing us for it, is what I'm telling you.
All the
11s. We've been paying our box prices for just because the name to it, or it's Christmas, or it means something special. Even on them shoes that are GRs. They training us to it, man. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna know. Man, I promise you, if them shoes went up over here $75 more, less people will switch brands if another brand didn't follow suit. But if you don't think Adidas gonna follow suit, Adidas already, they $220 for nothing. Some knitted socks. You get knitted socks for $220, so Nike got to go back and come back, bro. They got to clap back.
Yo.
They got to clap back.
I ain't thinking about that. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna blame Kanye. Kanye, you're bad for that because you actually jumped off a jump man. You jumped off a jump man in 2016.
That's what I'm just saying. They're trying to have a meeting now. They're trying to sit down and have a meeting and do a collab because you know why? It's money. It's not imagine if Kanye is already good. If Jordan Dilla, man, come on, man. 350. No, it's not. That's Jay-Z. That's Yeezy. They're gonna call it Yeezy and Jordan. They're gonna mix it up. Jeezy. Hey, Snowman. We gotta do that. Jeezy, we got no, but for real. Seriously, man. I can see them doing that. That should be out the box $600-700. You paid for the BB adapters.
We did.
You paid for the BB adapters.
We did.
Allow the self-lacing shoes. I got my hands, bro.
I felt for it too. I had the first ones, man. Trust me, I felt for it. I had 4 boxes. When I first got them from Nike, they didn't work when they scanned them.
Yo, Rick. You should have got the L's. The L's, EARLs. You know the L's, yeah. You should have got those. Those are the originals. Those cost £675, bro.
Yeah, I think it was like 700, 750, something like that over here. Mm-hmm. Like, man, come on, bro.
But that's what I mean. Come on, man. They're gonna do it. They're gonna spend it. You go for what you like. They make it more premium. You're gonna spend more premium. That's like they changing the boxes on the patents. I could have swore the price was gonna be $220. Because they made the box shiny.
Yo, you know what? I love the box.
Me too, bro. And that's what they're training you. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Yeah. It's gonna go up. They're gonna go up. They're gonna go up.
In terms of the whole situation with Yeezy and Nike and Jordan, right? Mm-hmm. So you know when you subconsciously or take not when some people take shots at you, you realize it. But Yeezy was taking reverse shots. So basically, he was saying he was like almost sucking up to Nike last year while wearing some of this stuff. Yo, there was pictures of him holding Nike silhouettes. There's pictures of him wearing Nike socks, Nike sneakers, bro. I sat there last year and I said it. Yo, this guy really wants to do a collaboration with Nike.
It's genius. He's genius. It's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen.
And I said this last year, man, September time last year, August, September time. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, you know what? He 3 months prior to that, he told Nike, yo, release the Red Octobers, release the Yeezy 1 and 2s. I don't care. Yo, I was thinking, this guy really wants a collaboration with Nike. He really wants to do a Yeezy.
He wants Jordan. I really can see him and Jordan, or him and DJ Khaled doing some type of collab, and they sitting down doing something.
That's what he wants.
He wants Jordan. He don't want Nike.
No. Last year, I'm gonna say last year. I think he wanted Nike. You know the reason why he was going all full pelt. In my subconscious, you know when you know everybody sees what they see, but when like people like us see stuff like that, we see the subtext, we see what the sub meaning is for that. So I thought, for me, last year was like, right, cool, you're doing all this stuff. You basically saying tonight we retro all the Yeezy 1 and 2s because you don't care. It's a Yeezy, don't care. You can still use it. He physically gave him permission to do that last year. Right, and then he started wearing all the Nike gear, and I'm thinking, yo, God, bro, this guy has got Adidas probably like in his pocket saying, yo, Nike, let's do this, let's do this collaboration. I want to do that 350 collaboration with that Yeezy 1. Let's put that box together, right, and let's release that pack because, like I said last year, if anybody can, Kanye can. Like, yo, bro, he's done some crazy shit. He's done some crazy shit. See what I'm saying? So, like, I'm like. If that happened, that probably didn't go through because Nike didn't want to come to the table. Now, right, he's gone full pelt to Jordan. Right, one thing I'll say is there's two variables here. Michael Jordan himself. Michael Jordan won't want to do that Adidas collaboration because Adidas did him dirty early in his career, right? And number two is there's a lot of music behind this, so it could be musically infused. So in terms of that, let's see what happens. But like I'm always gonna say, if one person can do it, it's Kanye. He's a crazy motherfucker.
Either way, if he do a Jordan brand collab or a Nike collab, it's gonna go up. And no matter what, if Nike sit down at the table to him and then Jordan approve it or not, you better believe they're gonna give him a Jordan silhouette. You better believe he's gonna go after a Jordan silhouette. He don't need Michael Jordan's approval to go after a Jordan silhouette. You're right. He just needs a contract with Nike. But he really wants to do a collab to have validation, being from the south side of Chicago, being both of them being, Jordan is huge in Chicago. And when Kanye is brought up, he has that complex. It has to be Jordan.
But the big thing here, big thing here is the fact that both of them got big egos, and then that
they never met. They never even met. Like no sit downs, no nothing. Like from the same city. Come on, man. Kanye even when Kanye, the thing all of his Kanye had. Yeah. Even then, before crazy. Yeah, before Yeezy, he still, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, bro, and then he was supporting Jordans. Look, so like you said, what you was looking at on the end, what I'm saying was, even the pictures that's putting out now, you see Kanye in what? Jordan 1. That was a famous picture in that blue Jordan 1. You seen him in the Jordan 6s a lot, sitting down courtside back in the day with some shades on, court with the Jordan 6s on.
Don't get this twisted. Let's not get this twisted. Kanye is a Jordan fan. He loves Jordan.
That's why and look, let me tell you what hurt him. Probably not gonna say hurt him. You think when Virgil did this, you think he don't want it? And Virgil from Chicago, from Rockford, Illinois. Come on, bro. He won't. Man, I'm trying to put you up on game, man. I'm trying to tell you what happened over here in the States.
The fact that Kanye got the deal with Nike, I think in his younger mind, he was hoping that it was going to lead to doing something with Jordan. And because it didn't, it blew up with Nike. Kanye not being, I don't think Kanye is necessarily, or back then, I don't think he was thinking as far ahead as he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Back then,
he back. He back now. He back. He ready.
But back then, I don't think he was thinking about it from a longevity standpoint as a brand. Like I think Adidas offered him more of a brand than Nike was willing to.
Oh, definitely control.
I don't know.
They gave him creative rights.
They definitely.
I don't know if he was thinking about the full brand as much as he was thinking about the gateway to the Jordan brand.
You were looking at Kanye in his music essence. You were looking at Kanye in his through the wire essence. You were looking at him evolving into the mogul he is today. So he wasn't really thinking about that. He wasn't really thinking, whoa, he wanted more creative rights. He wanted more creative influence. And he probably thought, you know what, I'm not going to get this here at Nike. But if he had stayed a little bit longer with Nike, maybe that would have evolved into something great, something bigger for him at Nike. But unfortunately, Kanye is another drop in the ocean that actually created waves. So, like you saw Michael Jordan, that's a drop in the ocean. He created a massive wave. Kanye is exactly the same. Like this is why they will butt heads. They got two big egos that will always butt heads, and I don't think they will see eye to eye because Kanye is exactly, in my humble opinion, is exactly the same as Michael Jordan in 1985, in 1984, and what he's created with Yeezy is what Jordan's done with Nike. In reality, think of it like both brands are competing against each other, like sub brands, Adidas and Nike, sub brands, Yeezy and Jordan. Like that right. you can't get. There's no differences. This is why they're so similar that they won't get along. I
think the biggest difference is the flip flop of the brand and sub brand, because for Nike is Nike, Jordan is Jordan, but Nike itself is the biggest sportswear brand in the world. When it comes to the Adidas side, Nike and Adidas proper are like this. You know, Adidas is not as big of a brand as Nike is by itself. Jordan helped elevate Nike, and I think Nike and Jordan you can kind of put here and here as far as the brand and the sub brand. Like you can separate the two.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Adidas, you can't necessarily. Yeezy is here. And Adidas is here.
Yeah.
So it's a flip flop.
Kanye is actually holding that brand together at the moment. Adidas have got their ZX range. Adidas have got quite a good range of sneakers, but they haven't got the marketing tool. They haven't got that kind of inspiration to kind of take them. And to be honest, they've got Jerry on board. They've got Sean Weatherspoon. But like, let's look at not the decline. Let's look at what Sean's done as soon as he's gone over to Adidas. He's gone from a phenomenal silhouette where he's done that 97-1 to what he's doing, the Super Earth, the whole Super Earth, the shell toes, Super Earth shell toes.
Superstar.
Great, the superstars. It's good. It's good for what he's doing because it's environmentally friendly. He's kind of pushed that way because he's a vegan himself. He's actually kind of trying to push that agenda. The fact that healthy earth, healthy shoes, healthy recycled shoes is amazing. It's amazing, but it's not making headways. It's like where's that promotion from Adidas? Where's like bang? This is it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. I personally don't see it. The same with Pharrell. Where's that promotion, bro? Where's that? Yo, this is it. Like, do you expect the artist to do it? Because Kanye does it himself. Like, let's put it this way. Kanye is
got you, bro. Self promotion. You got self promotion. It's genius. You got come on, bro. I walk my brand every day. You got to self promotion.
And I agree with that. But I agree with that. But sometimes the brands have to help the situation. So let's just go back to 1984, 1985, when the NBA banned the airship, when the NBA banned all those colors coming on from the Jordan 1s. And then what did Nike do? Oh, we'll pay that fine. Michael Jordan, wear that. They create a campaign. Wear the sneakers that they don't want you to wear in the NBA. Bro, Nike did that. Nike put that situation into Jordan's lap, right? And now you're thinking, where's Adidas? Why aren't they doing a promotion? Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they pushing that? Because everybody needs a little bit of help from somebody. See what I'm saying? Everybody needs that little bit of help. So Yeezy can do it himself. Kanye is a beast at that because he's a self-promotion. He's an artist, bro. He's used to doing that. He's been through adversity and done it. But so people like Pharrell, he doesn't want to shine. He doesn't want to come out into the limelight to do it. You're like, but Adidas should be going. Let's help you here. Let's help you promote you. Let's do something. But where is it? I don't see it.
Well, maybe it can be the other way. Maybe the artist is not with it. The stuff they dropping, or they don't want to prove certain stuff, or maybe Adidas feel like they gonna put all their money behind Kanye because he's doing better than anybody else. Because he's doing self-promotion and stuff like that, but it seems like there's a lot of energy towards anything Kanye dropping. Anything.
You know what? To the contrary, at this point, Kanye, the Yeezy brand sells itself because it's at its peak hype. Yeah, but Kanye can do no wrong with the Yeezy brand. And listen, I'm gonna say this. Nah, hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry, bro. Them boots are garbage, bro.
Yo, but
boots are garbage, bro.
Which ones?
Both of them.
I like the other ones, bro.
The knit runner boots. Okay. The knit runner boots aren't as garbage as the whatever. I don't even know what they call. I pay. That's how much attention I pay to them. I don't even know what they call them. And I know they're important as far as culture is concerned.
They 550, 450, 550.
Bro, I'd rather not even speak.
I think they're NLTDs. I think that's.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know what they call. But call them the Easy Moon boots. They horrible, bro.
I call them 450, 550 because that's what they cost.
That's how much they cost. Yeah, true that. And
450, 550.
The hype on that shoe don't make sense to me. You know, like the hype on the Off-White 5, it makes sense to me. It's a classic silhouette. It's a legendary silhouette on its own, and then you get a legendary curator, designer like Virgil that attaches itself to it, and it's dope. It's not too far outside of the box where it's like, what is he doing? You can understand it once you hear the story behind it.
Look what else he dropped. He always dropped that. Kanye.
I don't feel the same way with Kanye. Like I don't.
So let's put it in short terms that now. Like Kanye is the person that he's got the creative rights to drop a 450, drop a Yeezy knit runner, drop a Yeezy foam runner, drop a boot because he's earned that right. Now he's experimenting. This is his experimental stage. Some will hit, some won't. So you saw the 380s didn't hit, like literally the colorways didn't hit and stuff like that. But he's earned that right because he's earned it right through the 700s, the 350s, reputation brand. But when I talk about self-promotion, it was Kanye out there, right, in that tank handing out quantums. so see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like literally, he's out there handing out quantums. That's self-promotion, bro. See what I'm saying? And like those quantums sat. After that situation, those sat. Those didn't even sell out. But he did that. He built the hype, and everybody was out there swapping their Jordan 1s and saying to those quantums, bro. See what I'm saying? And like that's what Kanye does, and because he's gonna like Retro, like anybody else that's got a brand that wants to do that self-promotion, they will do that self-promotion to sell that product, because at the end of the day, you can't rely on anybody. And I think Yeezy realizes that even though Adidas pumps his stuff and kind of gives him that creative rights, he has to do it himself majority of the times, because who from Adidas is going to say, yo, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then in reality, he was a bit pissed off about the slides as well, because I think from his perspective, he wanted to sell them for how much he made them for. So there is a situation, but like we've been talking for Kanye for like half an hour now. But just to tank it off just a little bit here, bro. All I'm gonna say is, like, unfortunately, Virgil passed away, and it's so sorry to see such an amazing person pass away, and especially a very creative person. But that opens up the door for Louis Vuitton. Like, don't you think Kanye's sitting there thinking, yo, Louis Vuitton need a creative director or an artist to jump on? Like, see what I'm saying? And there was rumors that he might fill that void. So in reality, Adidas is like sitting here thinking, right, if we lose Kanye, we're royally fucked here.
Yeah, definitely fucked. They kind of gotta let him fly.
So they gotta cater to him.
Yeah, they gotta let him fly. They gotta let him do. My personal belief is Jordan and Kanye, the men will never mesh. I don't think it'll work out because I think they're two strong personalities. I don't think either one is willing to bend for each other. However, if Jordan and Kanye does pull off a collab, whether Khaled and Marcus, hopefully Marcus ain't involved, but if Khaled and Marcus, whether they involved or not, if Adidas allows this will not be 6 different colorways thing. This won't be
one will be one of them.
Yeah, it won't be a release every 6 months type of thing. Like, this will be a one-off Nike, Jordan, Khaled, trophy room, Jordan.
You think so? But I mean, do y'all think their names are both big enough without using either brand at all, and they just do it themselves?
See,
so are they going to be called the Tro Yeezys?
No, I'm just saying if you can just do. Don't close Adidas, don't close Nike, and Jordan and just sit down and Kanye just put their own shoes.
It's a wrap. I want to buy it. I don't even know what it looked like. I want it.
If they just made their own shoe without nobody, no Nike, no nothing,
I want it.
How we know they're not doing that? And if they do, it's gonna be like, damn, yeah, you'll make you want it just because.
But I heard that Scott Simpson is one of the bros. He told me that Khaled's getting a Jordan 3 collaboration this year, so that could be happening. So yeah, I think Nike's at the point where they've lost Travis Scott, or they've put him on ice. They put him on ice. Like he's in the corner in detention or suspended for some time.
He's suspended.
So they've lost Virgil, unfortunately. So they need for them to any news, and I think this is why they're allowing Kanye to come through into their quarters as well. They're allowing the hype. They're allowing these conversations. They're allowing people like us to talk about it for hours because they realize it still brings relevance. Even if nothing materializes from it, it still brings relevance to the brand because people are still talking about the brand. Like we've been talking about 2-3 weeks now about this situation. But in reality, if from the onlooks, everybody wants it to happen. Everybody's hoping something will happen. But the reality point of view is, I just think it's just musically. I think that Khaled, DJ Khaled, and Kanye West are musically entwined at this moment in time, making music, and this is the self-promotion for that music a collaboration. So if something does spark from it, I think it will be naturally from something that's not even from that situation. And some like Marcus Jordan's probably got himself wrapped up in that because he knows both of them. So
Marcus Jordan sitting in the corner like this. He doing the Birdman hand rub because he can't wait. I'm telling you, bro, if something comes of this and he's attached to it, it better be the best, greatest, most efficient release in sneaker history.
Man, you know that ain't gonna happen. Y'all know that's not gonna happen, man.
Bruh.
That's not gonna happen.
And look, we talking about a man in Retro Rick. He was in Florida.
That ain't finna happen.
He was at Trophy Room.
It ain't no trophy room. It ain't no trophy room. That was the problem.
There we go. There we go.
So let's move on to the subject because of this subject because we want to talk about your brand, bro. What's happening in that workshop behind you, bro?
Man, I'm about to get ready to open up in a little while. Man, just sneaker, man. We're gonna keep it all sneakers here. We're gonna have some dope events coming up. We call them retro cons, where we do reach out to other vendors and other people here in the city, and have them bring in their inventory. Just like what you call sneaker con. What's y'all convention over there? Y'all call over? Y'all got
Creps. We got Crep City. We got Sneaker Con. We've got a lot of different conventions.
Same thing, but on a smaller scale, but still bigger because we try to get personal with everybody, one-on-one, give them that type of vibe. Always have a retail table at our events. Typically, you come and get shoes for retail where you wouldn't typically get nowhere else.
So many dunks. So many dunks on the retail.
We did, man. A lot of dunks now. Back in March when we did the first one, we had over about 60 pairs, I want to say, we ended up collecting. People slept on them, the first one, and we actually gave them all the way for retail, box price. It was like $115, $120. We talking about UNLV dunks. Or some other colorway of the dunks.
Michigan dunks. You had a lot. It was so many different. Yeah. The premium. Some of the premium dunks was in there. It was just a lot of highs.
Just dunks. Just a lot. Just be looking out, for the people that can't touch the stuff sometimes.
Air Force Ones,
stuff like that. But I do. We do a lot of raffles too as well. So I got a lot of raffles we'll be doing on Instagram. Where you have a better chance of winning I guess I would say a better chance, depending if you want to play or not, but at least you have a chance to win the shoe for about $25, $30, depending on how you want to put in. Y'all can push up on us on Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks on Instagram. Catch our lives. You can link in with us that way. Website dropping real soon, like probably right after Super Bowl. We got to pop up a private event Super Bowl weekend this Sunday here.
That's gonna be lit.
So it's going private watch party. Y'all come out and support. It's private. You're gonna have to DM me. You're gonna have to get at us to get the RSVP. But like I said, we always doing something differently. If you're behind me, if you can see, we got it upstairs too. That's gonna be dope, man. We're gonna have a lot of sneaker stuff, shoelaces, shoe cleaner products I'm working on. Like I was showing y'all this with the dry steppers. We got other stuff we're coming out with. Doing real quick, I'm gonna break some news on your podcast. So we doing the retro shirts. I'm doing a sort of like, I'm putting a tag on all my shirts. So basically, like you can scan all my shirts and an image will pull up, and you can be able to. I can be always updated with content. So we doing stuff a little bit differently. Pretty much all my stuff is gonna be tagged. It's gonna be tagged. Like if you buy a shirt from me. So basically, imagine if I have a venue, you purchase a shirt from us. I can pull out my phone and it should show me the image, your ticket, or whatever image I decide to put up a video for you to gain access. Or whatever, the self-promotion. It's all about self-promotion. So like I say, every shirt I will have is going to be tagged.
Pretty much, bro, you're creating an NFT. Pretty much. It sounds like you're creating an NFT.
Exactly what I'm doing. Pretty much. Yeah.
Retro Rick and NFTs. That is a good
t-shirt.
Yeah. So it's up, man. Let's get it.
And look, this, I mean, we showed. I've been pulling up stuff throughout the filming here. Travi Lowe's over here, authentic, everything legit over here. Of course, I pulled up the breads, I pulled up the marinas. I just got some stuff. I had to pull up some stuff here. Everybody knows the rainbow box. Paras in the rainbow box. You hear me? Everything 100%. Legit. And I mentioned before, actually in the last episode, I mentioned the fact that Retro Rick has a personal relationship with Cool Kai.
Oh boy, Kai was popping. So David was good.
We got Kai's in the building, on hand. This is the Carolina Paisley you got right here. Also,
where the we had a massive discussion last week about that as well. So what's your take on Rick? What's your take on the fact that someone like Cool Guys who's doing stuff, doing like reconstruction or ground up work, building sneakers from a silhouette that he absolutely loves and adores, and you can tell there's loads of love and affection on that sneaker. But what's the fact that when what he does and what other brands do?
What was that? Hold on one second. I got it.
Okay, cool. So this is an intermission. So
now we got
what was you wearing? What was you wearing last week?
Last week, what did I put out last week? I can't remember exactly, but I know what I got on today. I pulled up the patchwork threes today, of course.
Did you put the orange laces in?
Come on, bro. Come
right,
on, bro.
cool.
It's an ensemble.
There's a question coming related to that in a bit, but one of the things is, so what do you feel about the whole fact that so other brands, like big high-end brands, are like Amiri's taking that same silhouette, putting some skeleton bones on the side of it, and doing the same thing as Cool Kai, but they're not getting reprimanded. What is your whole take on that situation?
One more game. You said the Cool Kai and the mirrors. You said the guy to do the bones on the shoes on the Air Force One?
So Kai has been attacked by Nike, along with some of these other independent brands that use the one silhouette. But last week, and this is what we discussed on our episode last week, when the big brands, the Amiris and the Louis Vuittons and Gucci and Margiela and all these brands, they take that Jordan 1 silhouette and they don't get attacked. But independent brand like Kai, independent brand like Cool Kai is getting attacked by the big corporations. Like that's a Jordan 1 brand. It's a Jordan 1.
Yeah. And they allow this person to sell it? Is what y'all saying?
I ain't heard
This is a high-end fashion brand, bro. This is Amiri. They actually sell.
I ain't heard about no Amiri Nike lawsuit, but we hear about Kai and John Geiger, other independent creators. They get attacked by.
That's just like, you got Gucci making shoes that look like the British K's, the BKs, or the Charles Barkleys. So it does. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends. I guess if you got the money for it, you can get away with it. That's what y'all telling me.
That's what we concluded. Cause like
that's what we got.
Unless you got the capital to go after a Nike, he you don't want to be in litigation with.
But there's another side to this
brand in the world. But these high fashion brands, they got the bankroll, they got the lawyers to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also I think there's another side to it that we didn't really take into consideration, which is the fact that maybe Nike or Jordan want to actually do a collaboration with these brands, so they're allowing it.
Yeah, we seen the Nike Louis Vuitton, but I think that was because of Virgil. I don't know if they would have been able to do that without Virgil actually being a part of Louis Vuitton.
So I think from if it's like Nike basically saying, yo, I want to step into the higher end fashion brand, so I need to make these high end fashion brands susceptible to what we want to do. So we'll let them borrow for our silhouettes, and then we'll step up into that range and say, let's do a collaboration because you like the actual silhouette. But when it comes to like someone like Cool Kai, who's not high end fashion, but does it for the love of it, maybe like, we need to shut him down because do we really want to do a collaboration with Cool Kai?
They should.
They should.
It's color sick. It's colorways be sick. I doubt that they do it.
Kai he got collaborations of his own as well. He's done collaboration with HBCUs. He's done collaboration with Dodge. So it ain't like he playing in the mud while Nike over here living their best life.
Yeah, he got T-shirts at Foot Locker now.
Exactly. So Cool Kai he's building his brand organically, slowly but surely. The organic
and the fact fact that like he's getting the support from the sneaker community, and I know Rick, I've seen loads of posts with you and Cool, and you support him massively. I think that goes a long way into helping his brand as well. So I think that is a very good look. That's definitely a very good look. But now back to the question. So what? Back to the question, the personal questions for you, Rick. So what actually got you into being the plug? Like let's start with how has you been a sneakerhead to you being, I'm not, without naming names, without naming any of your contacts and stuff like that, how did you evolve from like being a sneakerhead, getting bullied when you was in school, to now becoming
Hold up. Time out. I ain't never get bullied when I was in school. You
not bullied.
Time out. I'm bullied. Man, stop. Hold up now.
That's too broad of a term.
Yeah. So the fact that you could, let's just say, because you couldn't afford sneakers when you were younger, to now being the plug, being the person, the raffle king.
But it's just like who you surround yourself around, though. I just know a lot of people, man. It just be the network. You know what I'm saying? You can be a plug, you can be whoever you want to be, but you can't do it by yourself.
No.
You can't do it by yourself. So I mean, just keeping your team and good people around you. I'm sure like Kanye, you see him moving around, or Jordan, whoever. I'm sure they got a good team that you don't hear about. Or that they'll go unseen. But you're right, I'm not going to drop no names. I can't, too much just say where I'm getting it from. But I think my passion was just helping out. So if people could get certain shoes, so as you said, the raffles, that's why I started off with the raffles, because I can touch a shoe. With me being from Chicago, or got my plays, I can go to different states in my relationships, I can go get a shoe where an average person can't. Now to the point where even the above average person can't get the shoe. So that's where y'all give me the title of plug. I ain't asked for this title, so it was just more so like I'm known for, like we talked about on camera, like touching a lot. So I'm known for, when I say touching, networking, reaching out, making sure I get the product, locating your shoe. A lot of stuff y'all don't see that you don't know go behind the scenes, especially if you want to get something early. So a shoe like this Marina, just to let you know, early for me will cost you about $400. I don't care what StockX or Go say, because it's out early. I had to pay premium money to get it early, and I still got to provide it to either put it on a raffle, or then after that, I have to find a way to still make it work. So that's why I do the raffle sometimes, because sometimes the market is shoot down. But if I spend $300 on a shoe and asking for $375, at least I know, like we talked about earlier, if I hold this shoe for a year, I can get my money back. Their investment. So it's just depending on, like I was saying earlier, knowing the market, knowing what shoe you want to get, knowing what to hold, knowing what to hold. We'll bring out this one real quick. Still sitting on Cool Grays. There's another. I keep thinking the camera's over there. Cool Grays. Another good shoe that won't come out for another 10, 15 years. You got to know to hold this shoe. Yeah. If it comes out again. So
it's definitely going to come out, but people are going to run through that.
But by then, going to what you were saying, this shoe was it 225, 200? What you think this shoe going to be in 10 years?
Yeah, 225.
What you think it's going to be in 10 years?
Bro, let's look at the Concords. Concords came out in 2018. It's 4 years late. 4 years later, I'll pull it up. Let's not guess. I'll pull it up and we'll see that. We'll see that. But while I pull it up, let's just have a talk about. So that whole nature of helping people, networking and stuff like that. I think I totally agree with that, because basically, like for me, it's all. And I don't know. Q knows me really well, because I always try and help people, because basically I don't like it when people suffer to get sneakers, because at the end of the day, sneakers are, even though they're luxury, people deserve to get sneakers. If you want a sneaker, you should be able to readily get it. From my opinion. So in that retrospect, I totally agree with the fact that how you started off with was to help people out to get the sneakers, because sometimes sneakers are really hard to get. Really, let's just be honest. In this day and age, sneakers are massively hard to get.
Man, we had to pop up in Atlanta down here about 3 years ago now, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
When they was actually an experiment on us. It's like what the sneaker pass is now through the sneaker app. It was the same logo. It was ran by that. So basically, they was dropping shoes down here in Atlanta, and people couldn't get the shoes. Like the shoe you're pulling up right now. What year you said that was? 2018?
2018. So
okay,
4 years later.
This particular shoe, this is no lie. I'm glad you brought this up. This particular shoe, I gave out over 40 pairs for retail.
Yeah.
40 pairs for retail at the pop-up in Atlanta.
And
40
you know
pairs. Well, don't even want to look at the price, bro. Don't even show me the price, because every time I have flashbacks. Don't do this to me. There's a lot of shoes, and this is why I do what I do. So that's why I don't care if somebody say I'm reselling or whatever, because I done put in my work to help out a lot of people to make sure they touch shoes. It might not be the way you want it sometimes, or you can get it right away. But if I got it, and I'll be fair with you, put it like that. I'm gonna be fair with you. And it's saying knowing the market. Now, I'll go to a size 12 on that shoe. How much that 12 cost?
2.6. Now you want to know the
I
price.
know how much. I know it's $400, $500. I remember my wife asked me a lot. Now she see why I do it. But like even Carmine,
US size 12 is $480. Translate that to about $550, $600, bro.
Yeah, I got mine. I got 2 pairs. Out of all that madness, I kept 2. PlayStation Air Force Ones was another shoe coming out in 2018, 2019. So basically, like Off-White, any shoe you can think of from 2018 to about 2019 for 6 to 7 months. If I went inside the store, I do it at Nike Linux too sometimes. If I go inside the store, if you catch me on my feed on Instagram Live, I will give you a shoe away for retail. If you send me the money, forget the wheel, forget the raffles, forget everything else you processed you heard earlier. Yeah. Like seriously, I've been doing this. I've been giving back. I've been looking out. So if you catch me on my feed, I'm going to look out for you, man. But
yeah, and that's what it is, bro. Like basically, I believe like all 3 of us on this are positive, are positive, and our energy is always positive, and always trying to give back as much as anything else. So in reality, all of that comes and brings opportunity and luck and connections. And at the end of the day, we don't look for it, but it just happens. And sometimes when that happens, like, bro, I'm gonna say this, like I wasn't even serious about Instagram or YouTube or anything like that before 2020, like November 2020, and through that at this moment in time to where I've got to is like from the start to now. We do like two lives a week, two videos a week, podcasts. We like the group of people that we got, Q being one of them, E and all of that. And from that, I've known you, Retro, and then like basically like see how far we've progressed just through the positive give back and the energy. Like that's connections in itself. See what I'm saying? So like any advice I'd ever give to anybody is keep an open mind. Like life is too short to have a narrow mind. Keep an open mind. Keep that energy good. Keep doing good things, and everything in place. Always.
Facts. Exchange of positive energy, especially in this culture. And I say especially just because I'm a part of the culture, and you see so many negative things around. You see so many people that hate, people that troll, people that will actively try to sabotage others for whatever fuck bullshit reason they want to come up with. Like, I would never be a fan of that. I'll never be a part of that. Like, and let's be honest, I'm gonna be on 100 right here. There are people in the culture that I do not rock with for one reason or another, but there is no reason for me to let that person's name come out of my mouth in a negative way socially. And when I say socially, I mean online. People hate, troll, people send DMs to try to knock somebody off of whatever pedestal that they put them on, because we put each other on these pedestals. We allow other people to rent headspace in our minds instead of focusing on what we can do to move forward all the time I've seen it personally. I know I've seen it a lot from Rick, especially with personal conversations that we've had, people in the city and people online. And I've also seen it with you, TJ, with you being on the other side of the world, thousands of miles away.
Man. Y'all get used to it, man.
I see it.
Get used to it, TJ. TJ, you made it. You made it. Y'all get used to it, man. Hey, look, this is the way I look at it. That means y'all all doing something right and y'all all doing something right.
And
so
that's
you always gonna have the naysayers. You gonna have this, that, and
yeah.
Somebody say this ain't real, or what you ain't doing, they don't believe in, or you know what I'm saying? Just not. I mean, we spoke. Damn, to be honest, probably the longest we had the conversation. Now, because I spoke to you before back in the past. I think we'll just keep coming around this, but. Like I know BS when I see it, man. So I mean, I'm getting good vibes from just the whole platform, whole channel. I definitely want to be back on whenever y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and vice versa. When you come to the States, mi casa su casa. Bro, I'm over there, man. I'm gonna look you up.
You're always welcome on this platform, bro. Like for me, anybody's welcome on this platform as long as I kind of know that you have good intentions. And bro, like hands down, Q vouches for, if Q vouches for you, you're good. You at the end of the day, you're good. And I this is probably the second time or third time I've actually talked to you properly. Like no, and I think the other times I've just Q's been showcased. Q's trolling basically, goes to your house and look what I got.
I can't help it, bro.
Early access.
But it's great because at the end of the day, like I nobody rents my headspace because that space is rented for myself, bro. See what I'm saying? Like I need to think things through myself and to do stuff. So you're right. Like it's you know. So you're doing good things was when people don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, bro, y'all doing a good job. I didn't want to put that out there. I just wanted to put that out there before we, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all doing a good job, bro.
Definitely.
I had to learn it. Look, it took me a while. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Internet undefeated. I tell people this time and time again. But what you just got to do, man, you just got to know, bro. Anybody can hit that send button. Anybody can hit that send button, bro. That's just like in life. Anybody can say something to you. That don't mean it's true. Don't let it get to you, man. Just, keep it pushing, bro.
Yeah, 100%. But we always, I think you know what the great thing is. The great thing is to have great people around you and to recognize you got great people around you because they push you further. Like for me, when I first came on, there were certain people that aren't here anymore, which we're not going to talk about. But there's certain people that are still here that I will pick up the phone to and have a conversation with. I can say there's 2-3 people in particular, including Q, that I will pick up the phone to and have a conversation. Like the reason why we started this podcast thing is because me and Q will be on the phone for 2-3 hours talking about subjects, and you're like, yo, bro, let's just do a podcast, bro. Literally, we're talking some real shit here.
Makes sense, man. Makes sense. And then y'all doing it you can tell y'all actually genuinely doing it for the love of the culture, man. You're not asking for nothing. You ain't out big. You know what I'm saying? So you got. No. I done seen it all. People are doing it for the wrong reasons, bro. But I can see y'all actually just doing it, man.
And the thing is, what I love about the group of people that we have is we push each other. Like I'll be on the phone to Eve. I'll be contacting him. I'll contact Cam. I'll contact Q. We're like, what we're gonna do this week? Well, Q. And the thing is, some of the ideas we come up with, I don't use. I give them to other people, or Q will give me an idea, and we'll be talking. Like, yo, Q, I've got an idea. Let me write this down. Because we push each other forwards constantly, and it's not about outdoing each other. It's about growing with each other, and that's what's amazing about this whole thing and the whole journey. And this is why we started the Shoe Dog podcast, and this is why we started Straight to the Toe. It's because it's a collective brand of people that actually are unique in their own way that push each other forwards, and it's so good to see. It's so good to see. Like for instance. The other day on Straight to the Toe, before Christmas, we hit 200 followers. And we started that a couple of months before that.
That's what's up.
And see what I'm saying? And then on especially like on my YouTube channel, I literally just hit over 100 followers recently, and I've only started it like for less than 6 months. So it is, and that's all coming from us doing the Shoe Dog podcast, us doing all the stuff we're doing on Instagram for the love of what we do, and we're so passionate about it. And this is what's amazing is it's always good to have, and this is what first this conversation was, to have amazing people around you that push you forwards rather than holding you back. And that's what you need around you to keep constantly going forwards.
Yeah, that's why it only made sense for me to have Rick on the podcast. Personally speaking, I do consider Rick a friend. Him and his family, with our families connect with each other. My wife and his wife are cool. His kids, he got some of the greatest kids on the planet right now. Shout out to Maddie. And just the vibe, just the personal vibe that you get when you're dealing with somebody that's genuine. Yeah. In some cases, whether you like it or not, and that's what makes him such an authentic person to me, because he has told me things that I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear and was real. So you got to appreciate that kind of stuff when you come in contact with people. And a lot of times in the sneaker game, that's not the case. You know, there's a lot of people that they put on a mask. And I ain't talking about no COVID mask. They put on a mask over their personality and they become a character outside of who they really are. And you can tell when you deal with genuine people.
You get the same from me every time, bro.
You can tell,
I'm telling it just out of respect, but you're going to get the same from me every time. I promise you that. You're going to get the same.
That's why I said what I said, you know.
I'm going to let you know, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have the right to tell me when I'm wrong. I'm going to listen to the same criticism.
And you know what the great thing is, the best thing is when one of the bros succeeds, or one of the bros does something amazing, and you're happy, and you're genuinely happy for that person.
That's hard to come by, bro. You're right,
yeah.
And that's why me and Q, like, man, I'm glad you said that. Speaking on that, because like, I'm been in the city in Atlanta now, like messing with the shoes real heavy for like 12 years, and it'd be the strangers. Like me and Q been about 2 years now, 2.5. About so. It'll be the strangers that be the one that support you the most or uplift you the most. So this is why sometimes when I still say the internet is undefeated, it worked both ways. I met my guy on the internet, and a lot of y'all people through the raffles, meeting you, chopping it up with you on the internet through Q. I think we had a conversation on Instagram or something like the internet. So it can be, you know what I'm saying, it goes both ways, man. But, you know, when you do meet genuine people, you know it. You know what I'm saying? You can know it.
Yeah, and some of the retro game members too, Blue Jay in particular.
I think that'd be on y'all podcast. I mean, supporting on y'all podcast too, right? Blue Jay, what's poppin'? Thank you, man. Keep supporting. Blue Jay.
That guy, that's just one person, because I developed a personal relationship with him as well. But because this sneaker culture, the community of it,
look out. Blue Jay be looking out.
Yeah, it's not always an equality thing when you meet certain people, because everybody wants something. Mm-hmm. But when you can be selfless, which is another thing that drew me to Rick, because his first introduction to me was the Give Back channel. I've been out in the street, not too far from where we are right now, for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, and we giving out food, you know, to homeless people, and him giving back to families. Giveaways on PlayStations and Xboxes and Nintendo Switches, like for free to families with kids. That type of just being honest, that type of shit, you don't really see it like that. Mm-hmm. You don't really see 100%. It. Giving away. I mean, this man that gave away probably 100 pair of shoes since I even known him, and we know that ain't cheap. I'm talking about everything from ones to facts. Like, I mean, even on the raffles, sometimes it's you know, second and third prizes on giving money back, like gift cards during the pandemic. That was another big package before.
Yeah, my pride was to beat Trump and them in the stimulus package over here, because they kept saying it was gonna happen. So we literally was like giving out the money on the raffles on the wheel before we even started doing the shoe thing. I mean, so it's always been about to give back. It's just the wheel, like it keep on spinning. So we're gonna roll with it, man.
That's amazing. Like literally, bro. Like it's important. It's important when you come into a position. It's always give back. Like it's always to remember where you came from and how you got there. And it's always 100% worth giving back because basically it should be selfless, not with a motive. It should always be selfless because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be doing something that you want something from. Like, and this is like for me. I would, bro. I'm not joking. I would love to do this like all the time. Like this, I would love to create this into my full-time job one day. But at this moment in time, this is me just having fun. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so if it does happen, it does happen. If it doesn't,
you never know, man. You just never know, man. You might have that one person you keep doing it, even if it's a hobby. Your hobby, it might turn to a full-time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You just never know. Somebody might, this, that, and the third. I seen them interview. You'll be damn doing reviews on Nike or some type of, on a bigger audience with a podcast. I'm be honest with you, man. You for just dealing with other people and talking, man. I see you know what you talking about. You articulate. You speak properly. I had to get past. You kept saying Adidas for a while. You tricked the shit out of me. What is he saying? But it is funny. You know what I'm saying? So. I can see you and Q like for real, man. Like I'm glad just to be sitting up here chatting. What you say, chatting with y'all right now. I can see if you taking it serious or not, somebody else will see it, like me, because y'all inspiring me just on podcast type shit. I'm known for talking on YouTube, do my raffles. This is different. You got to really sit down and have conversations with people, and you can interact more.
Yeah,
everyone have a talking point on this too.
Yeah, and we got to let each other live. That's the most important because that's what it's about in this community. For me, is letting each other live. I talk crazy. This man told me he don't like these
at all,
and he can say it.
We're getting to the breaking news because this news actually came up. But there's only one word that you love, Q, that all the time that comes out my mouth.
What that's
like? But breaking news. So I'm rubbing my hands here. Look, I'm rubbing my hands here because this is some breaking news. I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna tell you this is some real heat.
Wait a minute.
So you can see what's on screen, yeah?
No.
You can see what's on screen, yeah? This is why I mentioned those orange laces that you just put on those camel threes because apparently, Blowy, bro, we're going to get the undefeated Air Jordan 4 rumored to release in 2022. And the 75 grand and the 100 grand tag on those original, was it samples, weren't they? Samples or...
That box, that shoe and that box is going to be $250. It's gonna be $250. It's gonna be retail $250 starting off. And good luck,
bro.
They know 4 is popular now. Y'all done voted. I don't know who voted. 4 is the most popular shoe all of a sudden.
They're super like, bro. If they release those crimson 4s, right? Yo, we'll talk about the crimson 4s in a bit. But that there, the undefeated, we might see, and then this is a big but, like we all love big butts, but this is a big but. We might see the undefeated Air Jordan 4 released in 2022. That's the big news for this one, bro. Shush.
No.
Shush. If they do that, it's going to be a situation, bro.
No, I'm not.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think that 2022.
I ain't gonna believe it.
Don't believe the hype.
I ain't gonna believe it.
Boy, say you don't believe it.
I'm not gonna believe it, TJ. You trying to? I'm not gonna believe this. I'm not gonna believe it. I'm not going to believe it because, bruh, if they release that shoe, we thought the Lightning was something. They can't do that. They can't do that.
All right, cool. Then, like the discussion then is that desperation? Is that throwing? You have a pan full of fire. Is that throwing oil into that fire and just going boom?
Bruh.
Because, bro, that I thought I'd leave it right near the end. I thought I'd leave it near the end, and you guys are speechless with that one, bro.
Bro, in America, what that's an easy 30,000 right now for that shoe right now. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
No,
we'll get the Kanye collab before we see that shoe.
You reckon? Let me.
We'll see another Travis Scott before we see it.
I don't know. I don't know whether this is going to be actually from Undefeated or whether this is actually going to be from like from just a replica. It could be the Torpeys. We saw the Travis Scott. We saw Travis wearing those Travis Scott 4s, the Torpeys versions, and then Nike released the Torpeys with that crinkled like leather on top of that suede underneath. It could be another situation like that. We could see an olive pair of 4s that are similar to the Undefeated.
Exactly what they're gonna do. You a genius because you think you finna get that shoe. That's a mock-up first and foremost. That's exactly what they're gonna do. That shoe that Torpeys for was $220 something. It's $250.
It was $220.
Yeah, it's a $250 shoe. Get prepared. They're gonna.
I always say this, and I'm probably gonna get reprimanded one day for saying this. Nike is like a stripper. They'll tease you with the goods, then they'll give you something else.
Facts. These are facts, man. These are facts.
That's the only analogy I can use with that, bro. That's the only analogy I can use with that because basically every single time it's like that. You want some. Oh, even with the Lightning 4s. With those Lightning 4s, right? You wanted that grey to be a bit more darker to the OGs, right? To the original versions, right? Where they're light. That grey is a bit lighter. It looks slightly bit different. So they didn't give you exactly what you wanted, but they gave you a Lightning 4. So you wanted those. They gave you enough to make you tempted. See what I'm saying? So like you want to drop those. You want to drop those dollars. See what I'm saying? And then get the money. But like with those Crimson 4s, you wanted those Thunders, bro, because your Lightnings came. You waited for that Thunder. See what I'm saying? When they gave you that red crimson. Don't even call that red crimson, bro. I don't want to.
It's not a red. It's not a Thunder. It's crimson.
It's not a Thunder. It's a crimson. So, what do you think of that sneaker, bro? Because I did a review on YouTube and some of the mesh was messed up.
I did the same thing. I did one on YouTube. Retro Rick, Maddie's Kicks YouTube. Check out the review.
Go and check that YouTube out.
I'm saving my content. Y'all go check out the review. You hear my opinion there.
It looked like a Foot Locker employee ran through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. But that being said, I will say the men's pair look better. After I dropped that video, I will say the men's pair look a whole lot better because I did a smaller pair.
Yo, the GS side, I did the review on the men's side because I picked up a pair from one of the bros that actually the meshing wasn't even tied in, it wasn't sewed in, it was loose, it was coming apart. But then, as people in the comments were saying, the GS pairs are trash.
It was. Q couldn't believe. Q hit me and was like, "Bro, you're selling the shoe, right?" I said, "Yeah." So you gonna trash the shoe? I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the damn truth."
Listen, this man.
He's like, "Bro, you have to say, I don't care. Look, man, if I don't like it, if it's bullshit, I'm gonna tell you it's bullshit."
This man went on Instagram Live with that shoe and gave it up the way it was supposed to be, and he had pairs to sell, but like you got to be honest about it, you got to let people decide.
And you know the interesting thing about it is because even
they still sold. They still sold. That's
the whole point. That's the whole point.
They sold them down. Get the truth.
That's the whole point. And the thing is, and that's the thing. And that's the thing, bro. Like when you got to remember also like the fact that we're so ingrained into the system that they could give us any colorway, any silhouette, any version. This is why I do the little reels I do on Jordan Brand, be like blah blah blah, because basically, bro, like they will give you anything and people will just slap it up because it's like, oh, it's a Jordan. Come on. Come on.
It's a go.
It's bad out here. It's bad out here because like we're so embedded into the system, or some people are so embedded into the system that in reality they don't really care. They will just pick it up because it's the next thing. It's the next thing. It's the next thing. Like I don't know what your opinion on the Oreo 4s is, but I don't like those Oreo 4s. I prefer the white cement 4s. Give us the white cement 4s instead. And this is the whole situation. You okay, bro?
I'm good.
and that's the whole situation with when the whole fact, Nike's just a stripper trying to give you all the goods, but won't give you all the goods because they want you to keep spending that money. Because at the end of the day,
you'll be back.
Bro, you'll be back for more. Because just give the whole rumor thing. I hate rumors. Last year, for the last 4 or 5 years, we've been expecting taxi 12s, bro. They gave us the royalties though.
Yeah, royalties. They gave us playoffs. Now we got playoffs.
Yeah, and the playoffs right after the royalty. Like, come on.
Yeah,
y'all could at least gave us a taxi.
And those yellow 12s we're gonna see this year, they were supposed to come out 3 years ago, 2 years ago, year ago. Now they're gonna give us to now. Oh, but they gave us the pollens last year because it's like, yo, we're gonna still give you something because you want it, because we give you a different colorway. Yo, don't even get me on the Chicago theme, bro. Don't get me on the Chicago theme because
that's too much, man. They know the brand colorway gonna sell. That's always gonna be a problem. Anytime they drop that shoe.
It's the hottest thing going right now.
And I'm not Rick. I know you're not a 7 fan. I'm going on a rant here, bro. Sorry, bro. You're not that much of a 7 fan, but they've been promising Citrus 7s. I'm looking forward to. Last year,
I mess with the Citrus 7s.
Oh, beautiful colorway. Definitely need 2 pair of those. But when you're talking about silhouette and you're saying, oh, last year they were talking about Bordeaux, they're talking about Raptors. Where's that news gone, bro? Where's that news gone this year, bro? So I'm waiting for something to say, yo, Raptors are coming in full. Where is it?
We waiting on them to finish the year to 6.
Still ain't happening. Still ain't gonna happen.
We were supposed to get a lot more 6s last year because of that.
They keep dropping 5s.
Yeah.
When Virgil did good with the off-white 5s, the gray pair, the fish scale, and he came with these, they just kept hitting you with 5 after 5 after 5.
And I'm a bit disappointed because basically that means if they don't do a lot of 6s, they don't do a lot of 7s, and don't do a lot of 8s, that they're all championship shoes, right? But if they don't
want the money
do that,
shoes, they keep hitting you with 5s and 4s. Now they bringing out the 4s all of a sudden.
Exactly, and what the hell is going on with these ones? Like, my God, man, seriously, all these ones are coming out the same colorway. Yo, how many Chicago block colorways have we got in the last? There's another gray version coming out this year. It's like, why? This is where Kanye should be saying, why, Sway, why? Come on, come on, seriously. This is so disappointing, and this is why like a couple of weeks back I actually said, well, not a week back, a month back, I said, look, like the only way the Jordan 1's dying, like it's dying on its legs because Nike's oversaturating the market, and the only way to ever revive it is to actually give us a Chicago. Like that's the only way that you could actually even revive that one. Because let's just say early last year, we got the Hyper ones, we got the UNC ones, which were quite popular. Then we got the Travis Scott off fragment ones, which was really popular. And after that, every other silhouette set, anything out that UNC range and anything out that Travis Scott range, sat like Pollens, Patinas, Fusions, prototypes, Handcraft, Bordeaux, Marina ones.
Say where you at? Not here.
Yeah. Well, they haven't really come out for you guys.
I'm just saying they ain't shit. They not.
Yeah, even the prototype, bro. The prototype flew.
Everything gone.
Yeah, everything.
That was a nice rundown though, but we ain't got none of that over here.
Yeah, you might be able to find 1 or 2 like handcrafts. The handcrafts are they're pretty GR. We were under the impression that they weren't gonna be, but they pretty GR as far as the numbers. Seen over here, I don't know the exact numbers, but handcrafts, and also Bordeaux's kind of sat around a little bit.
And what they're doing is just keep restocking them.
But it's restocks.
That's
It's
all.
shipments. It's restocks. It's pull stock to act like a restock.
They're pulling. A lot of stores pulling from Foot Action. Foot Action is no longer going to be active.
Yeah, Foot Action.
So I can tell y'all now, a lot of stock is getting ready to drop in the next couple of days. Y'all get ready, man. The next couple of stocks is going to drop from Foot Action. That Foot Action that get stock from back to Foot Locker and back to Champs. That you're going to walk in the store and y'all not going to believe. You need to know. Y'all need to know what's there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stuff. They're gonna be dropping. It's a lot of stuff they're getting ready to do.
There's a lot going on right now. Late shipments, restocks, and everything. But when it comes to the earlies, we know we got the king of the early pair, the king of the raffle right here. Now a store owner, a brand owner, and a personal brand ambassador. Retro Rick, like this was a great conversation.
That's what?
I was glad to have you here for your.
I gotta get ready to open up in a minute, TJ. I gotta make some money.
yeah. The store is about to open. We see people outside the door.
Make some money.
Rick, you have to promise me one thing. You have to promise me one thing you need to do, right? As soon as the store's done, as soon as everything's done, dusted, like painted, all refurbished, give us that reel for that tour of your store and promote the shit out of it. You need to do that because I want to see that. I really want to see that.
Will do, man.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
I still got footage I ain't promoted from RetroCon 2.0. I'm serious. I got the video for RetroCon 3.0. It's a 2-day event. I had a full cameraman. I ain't dropped the video yet. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
It's big thing.
When I drop it, it's gonna be on the shirt, so you don't have to pay for it. You want to see it? You have to buy a shirt, pull out your phone, and watch it on the shirt.
Do it, bro. You need to do it. Definitely do it. Definitely do it.
It's already done. I already paid for it. It's up.
The merch is on deck. We got it hanging here. Masks, hats, shoes, hoodies, tees, everything is here. So
when's RetroCon coming to the UK?
Man, I gotta talk to my lawyers and talk to my finance like, that'll be dope though, man. I mean, we can get a venue. If you can find a venue, if I can come down there, man, we might work out something. I know you know somebody over there. If you can find us a venue, and then I can come down there. Maybe you get your people to pull up, and we can make something happen. Be small, it ain't got to be big. It's a start.
We need everybody's support. Everybody,
we doing it overseas. I can get some people to come over me overseas. Trust me, my guy. Yeah, I promise you. We'll get people to push up. I promise you.
So look, we need everybody to subscribe to Retro Rick and Madness Kicks
and Shoe Dog. Shoe Dog podcast.
We need
straight to the toe.
Follow Retro Rick on IG.
Y'all.
And YouTube.
TJ, thank you.
Thank
you,
bro.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I appreciate you, TJ. We getting off to the start that we need to have for the podcast, and I appreciate you being the co-host. We gonna keep it moving. We appreciate everybody. Y'all leave y'all comments down below. Y'all make sure y'all follow everybody that's on this podcast right now. And everybody that's gonna be on the podcast. Love Kicks Custom. Shout out Got Soul. Love for Kicks Cam. Alex G. Scott Simpson. The whole
Retro family.
Part of Retro gang. Retro family. The First Lady. Shout out to Maddie. Everybody that's been involved in all of our processes to get us to where we at today.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. So go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, keep always bringing that positive vibe. Keep always doing good things, and then that's the most important thing: is do good things for yourself and do good things to other people, and always be awesome. That's the one thing. That's the one thing we always promote on there.
For sure.
So, Q, break it down, bro. Break it down. Give us that outro. Give us that outro.
As my partner TJ would say, I want everybody to have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and I hope all y'all get all the early pairs from Retro Rick that y'all want. Y'all deserve the early pairs from Retro Rick.
Let's go.
That y'all want. All right.
Shoot off.
Peace out.
Security
Peace
gang.
out. Peace.
That was dope.
Yes, sir.
That was dope.
Yeah, how we do it.